Oh, friggin' rights, boys. Today we're going to be filming with the Canon. I want to get a little bit more use out of this camera because I've been contemplating on getting the upgraded model when they come on sale, when they're end of deal. Probably wondering what I'm doing right now. I'm actually hunting for my E-dart that I keep freaking losing. I keep losing one of my E-darts because I'm stupid. Oh, also last night I was up pretty late. Not because I was shitting my pants like I just did, but I don't know if you can see behind me here, but see this? Right here? This? You see this? Yeah, we added more light to the commenting on commenting set, and I filmed 5 more commenting on comments last night. Edited, uploaded, ready to go with all the new comments and stuff made by people. And where the fuck did I put my dart? My goodness, I hate when I lose things. Oh man, I gotta find that. But anyway, for commenting on comments, I frigged up and I wore the a green shirt, and yeah, that turned out well. That turned out really well. Oh, I have no idea where the fuck my E-Leaf dart went with the Nautilus Tank. I had that upstairs with me last night. You're totally gonna fall off, you know that, right? Like, you're totally gonna fall off and just eat a bag of dicks. You are. Oh, let's try this out again. Super wide angle kitty. Super wide whoa, whoa, whoa. I know you like the sun and stuff, but be careful, buddy. Look at a longer pause. Yeah. Yeah, I've been looking at the Canon Mini X for the reasons of the extra features it has that are just awesome. Like, this one here is pretty sweet, except for I didn't leave it in here when I took a shit last night, did I? No. This one here doesn't have microphone input. This one here does not have USB charging. And this one here, the hardware button on it is strictly to take pictures. However, as you can tell, I'm currently going through a dark area, dimly lit, and the picture quality doesn't look too bad. Of course, I keep looking over top of you guys. You're probably wondering why, and that's because here's the lens, here's the LCD, and I keep looking at the LCD. One thing I can't find is my freaking dart. This really bothers me when I lose shit like this. Like, this doesn't make sense. Unless I left it in my pocket of my coat. Which I didn't think I did. And no, I didn't. Well, this is just like fucking mega dicked. Where did I put my damn dart? Oh, I found my dart, people. I finally found my dart. Friggin' thing was underneath the desk, the commenting on commenting set. I must have dropped it on the floor and didn't notice. I don't know how the hell that happened, because I was using it yesterday on commenting on comments a little bit, which definitely gives you a good chooch. I had to put a new coil into it, but freaking love the Nautilus Tank on this eye stick. It's such a good combination. Just chooch for days. Oh, I'm feeling a little hungry, so I'm gonna go make myself a bowl of cereal. You think she's comfortable? You think? I think she's comfortable. I think he's stupid. He was barking for no reason. I'm sitting there, I'm upstairs, and all of a sudden I hear Oreo go off like somebody's at the fucking door. Nobody's at the door. The dog's just barking for the sake of barking, for frig's sakes. So, oh my goodness, it drives me nuts. Alright, so I'm going to make myself a bowl of cereal, because that's quick and easy and dirty, and I like that kind. I bought this shit from Walmart last week. It's friggin' Raisin Bran. It's like my favorite, so awesome, because there's nothing wrong with a little Raisin Bran in your diet. You know, the bran makes you poo and the raisins make you poo, so I'm gonna have myself a bowl of powdered laxatives. Powdered laxatives, people. I went to the store last night and got myself a gallon of milk, because that won't go bad, right? Yeah, right. This is gonna go super bad, let me tell you. The amount that I drink milk, I have to start using this in my coffees and everything pretty much when I make crap dinner and all that junk. Just really get it onto the serial here. Oh, fuck yeah. Just really drive it to the serial, eh? And, yeah, one bonus about using this camera here is if I use it in the car for a drive to work, we can go wide angle like we're in right now. And it'll look like a GoPro video rather than looking like a freaking short-angled video. That's one bonus to this camera is you got the multi-angles, right? So you can go, right now I'm in tight mode, but you can go wide and it still looks awesome. But I got myself a bowl of cereal to go gurgle down. So I'm going to do that now, and we're going to have fun trying to get the car out of the driveway. I forgot the fucking end of the driveway is just caked with shit. Son of a bitch. Oh, well, this makes me nervous. I'm doing the firmware upgrade on my router. Probably saying, Adam, why does that make you nervous? Well, this could fuck up and leave me without a router. And the weekend is here, people. Alrighty, people. Well, it's time to get going. I already started the car, but I think I already ran its cycle. And it's probably out of time and turned itself back off. Frig sakes. Just gonna get my darts ready here. And get my dots. Get this phone out of my pocket. For some reason, it's heating up. Oh, man. Put the screen towards my leg. I probably have like 90% power left. I love that. I take my phone off the charger. If I put it in my pants, I fucking drain my phone. Like, that's lame. Lame, lame, lame. But ah well, it is what it is. Alrighty, so, as you can tell, the car turned itself off. Son of a bitch. A lot of snow out here. Tire's not flat yet, but she's getting there. I don't know why, but this tire does not want to stay pumped. Don't know what's going on, but that end of the driveway, that's going to be fun to try and clear. Alright, let's get in the car. Switch this thing over to rolling car mode. And transform and roll out. Okay, let's try and get the fuck out of here. You probably noticed the audio just got really, really tinny. That's another mode of the camera, which basically optimizes the mode for driving, apparently. Okay, nobody coming. Fuck out, there's nobody coming, because once I get moving... Come on, car. Fuck, do it. Fuck yeah. We gotta do something about that tomorrow. So yeah, the whole reason why I was thinking the Mini X is filming with this camera is not too bad, but it does have a bunch of flaws. Like, number one, no USB charging. So if you need a new battery, you got to use the plug into the wall charger, which is basically a gray brick that you slide a battery into and you plug it into the wall, which is great if you have a bunch of batteries. You know, you can charge them beforehand and just bring them with you, that's fine. But like, for instance, when I go to Bloke's, I don't bring a charger with my camcorder when I bring the Panasonic, because I just use the Panasonic and plug it into my computer via USB and charge the fucking thing, you know? I don't bother with an external charger. Like, the first time I went down, I brought my external battery charger, and I brought 2 extra batteries, and I kept them full because I didn't know how much video I was going to take, because you never know what we're going to do down there. The days could just be us sitting around the table vaping, or it could be a friggin' adventure of awesomeness, and it's a funny video. So that's why I did that. Where with this camera, you have to bring a pocket full of batteries. Like, I can get probably 2 vlogs out of this battery, and then she shits the bed. So it's not too bad, but there's a USB port right there for data transfer. I don't know why they couldn't have taken the 5-volt rail and redirected it to the battery as well to charge the camera. Like, when you have it plugged into USB, you can't use the camera. You have to wait until it's disconnected. Like, you can't sit there and start filming with the camera while it's in USB mode. Apparently the Mini X, you can. The Mini X also has a microphone port, so in situations like this, I could totally have the heat blowing, because I could put a lapel mic on my jacket or on my shirt and plug it right into the camera, and the audio would be the same, you know? It has all the same features that this one here has, where it has the ability to... I better get going, that guy's sliding. Fuck, okay, good. Oh, I almost got into an accident there, boys. A Honda behind me was coming in too hot, and he started to slide and noticed his RSN kick out, so I had to go. Avoid an accident by running a stop sign. I'm sure the cop would agree with me that I did the right thing. But the Mini X has all the same features, like the wide angle view that you see now. and the short angle view that you've seen when I was vlogging in the house. It's got the stereophonic microphones like this one here, like the wide set microphones on the front. Has the same type of turn on off button where when you turn it off it closes the lens cap to keep the lens clean when it's in your pocket. Has the same kick up stand that I've been using today to vlog with, where I just sat it on the stove there. Well, it's got this little, I want to say spring loaded, but it's not, it's just a leg. And basically you kick that out and you can set up your camera on a tabletop and have it aimed at you. Perfect for a bunch of vloggers that I watch who like to sit at a desk and talk about a topic, you know. It's the ultimate camera for that. Now, it does have wide angle mode, and it would make a good sports camera except for the fact that it's fragile as fuck. Like, it's not exactly a camera that you want to be rolling around on the ground due to a motorcycle crash wearing, you know what I'm saying? That's where your GoPros come in. So, I don't know. I like using this camera. It's different. You really got to hold it differently compared to normal cameras. It's not like you hold it, like with the normal camera, you just put your hand through the friggin' handguard thing and away you go. With this one here, you hold it like a cosmetics case pretty much. Like, it reminds me of the 1980s or whatever, probably even now. I shouldn't even say the 1980s. I don't know why I time index that, but you know how girls have those little plastic containers with the powder inside of it there, the friggin' different colors of pink, like makeups, I guess, or blushes, or whatever the fuck they call that nonsense. Well, it reminds me of that when I'm holding it and talking to it. I feel like I'm doing my fucking makeup, and why are we at a traffic jam? Do we have an accident? Fuck's sakes. Why aren't we rolling? What's really going on? Yeah, I love just stopping right in the middle of an intersection. This is fucking brilliant. Are we just backed up because the train's coming through and everybody wants to turn? That could be it too. It is currently 3:41, so maybe the stupid train came through town. Fucked everything up. Soon that won't even be a problem because they want to blow right through North Bay with an overpass, which would be nice. No more damn transports coming through North Bay unless they're actually dropping off gear to our stores. So that'll open up the roadways a little bit better. Might lower our commerce a bit, but people from all around us usually come here to use our Walmarts and stuff, so I don't think it'll hurt us much. If anything, it'll just make life on the road a little bit easier. But I really wish I knew what the hell was going on up there. Why we're so bunged out. Frig on my sack. I have a feeling my coworker's calling in sick tonight. He's got the same raspy sore throat I do. And yeah, like I bought those Halls. Yeah, well, I didn't buy Halls. I bought something called Excel yesterday. It's like a Halls, but they had two for $1.50 or something like $1.49 for two. And I was like, well, I'll grab those. And I got this like snot in the middle of them, eh? Like a cough syrup type stuff. Kind of like a Hall Centers. I wonder if I blast my windshield, how that's going to work. Oh yeah, that does nothing. Oh fuck yeah. Oh fuck yeah. There's like nothing. I think I just made matters worse. Sorry, I got to turn the heat on and try and get that water off the windshield. I don't want to vape. I wonder what it sounds like right now. This is going to be interesting to edit. So there's absolutely nothing going on. It's just there's a lot of traffic for a Friday. Come on, people. We need to go. I'm going to be late for work. Come on. Get to the chopper. Oh, about to move one car length, people. About to move one car length, people. Yeah, so I was sitting there last night and just checking out some deals at the local car dealerships. I don't think I want to buy from a place like my car, like where I bought this thing, because they're fucking Shylocks, man. They tag too much onto it. I was talking about that in an earlier vlog. So my buddy works over at Mac Lang in Sunridge. Anyway, that was funny. So he was talking to me about the minivans. And he's like, well, we got a couple here for, he goes, 11, 12 grand. We got some decent ones. And I said, yeah, but what else are you tacking onto it? He goes, oh, just sales tax because the government wants their share. So I was like, oh, well, that's not too bad. Like 10 grand, I'd pay $1,300 in taxes and HST, as we call it. The friggin' homoerotica sales tax, or whatever the fuck it's called. So that's not too bad. It'd be $1,300 tacked onto it. They don't he said, I'm like, what about like freight and fucking lien fees and all that? And he goes, well, you don't charge for a lien fee. The lien fee is up to the like basically when you borrow money from someone to buy a vehicle, they put a lien fee on it towards the vehicle, as in, you know, you don't pay the vehicle, they take the vehicle back, and then the fucking loan's over. But, yeah, they don't, they don't do that there. He's like, and then he explains to me, he's like, well, that's the problem with a lot of these used car dealerships in town. He goes, on top of that, you don't know what you're getting. And he's right, because when we went test driving cars back in the day, and this is one of the cars that we test drove, but we also test drove a Cadillac, like Rex's old Cadillac, the old CTS. It was a 2006, and it was just littered with problems. Like, it was shady as fuck. Like, we're driving around. That's when I was with my ex. We're driving around, and you could hear water sloshing in the back. Like, you could hear water sloshing in the back in the trunk, and I'm like, what is that? Like, why is that happening? I'm like, oh, well, maybe we're really low on gas, and that's what we're hearing, because it was low on gas. It was like one tick away from empty. So we went to the gas station to go fill it up, and I couldn't find how to open the tank. The tank was stuck, and there's a button underneath the seat that you had to press to pop the tank, but I didn't notice it. And then when I popped the trunk, I heard slosh slosh, and there was water in the trunk. Like, there was, like, not in the carpet, but there was water in the trunk lid, and as you moved it, it shook, and I'm like, well, that's weird. So I took my camera out, my phone out. At the time I was using the iPhone 4, I think. No, I was using my iPhone 3GS. That's right. So I used the iPhone 3GS, and I took a picture of the VIN number. And then when I got home, my buddy has Carfax. He pays for it because he runs a kind of a... Well, he runs a scrapyard, eh? So he likes to run the VINs and make sure the owners bringing in the cars are actually the owners who belong the cars to and stuff. And I guess he gets that from the VIN number, from registration. But anyway, I gave him the number. He ran it, and he's like, dude, run. And I'm like, why? And he goes, do not buy that fucking car. And I'm like, why is that, man? What's going on? And he's all like, this is a Louisiana flood recovery and insurance claim. And I'm like, what? Like when Louisiana had that huge flood in New Orleans? This was a recovery car from there that was refurbished, reconditioned, and then sold in auction to a dealership. Dealership just so happened to be the one that I was dealing with at the time. Now, I went back and talked to him because the car drove nice and everything. It's just, you know, it was a little damp. And I asked him about it. I said, where'd you get this car? Like, and he goes, oh, I got it from an auction. And I'm like, oh, yeah? Was the auction a Louisiana flood auction? And he goes, no, it was just a car auction. I'm like, are you aware this car was in a Louisiana flood? He's like, no, this car came out of Oshawa. And I'm like, no, it didn't, bud. Run the fucking VIN. You can see its last whereabouts. And then I ended up going to my buddies and getting the printed up Carfax. And I brought it in and showed him. I'm like, look, this is what it is. And he's all like, well, no, your buddy must have made a mistake or something on the VIN. And I'm like, no. Argued with him, had the proof that the car was a Louisiana flood. He argued with me that it wasn't. I even showed him the water in the trunk. And he's like, oh, they all do that when it rains. They collect water. Like, this guy was totally trying to fastball me into buying a fucking derelict. And I didn't let him get me, but I did let the guy who sold me this get me. So that's why it's like I want to stay away from those deals because, you know, they'll buy it. They'll buy like a fucking car that's completely shit. They will take it and beef it up, like clean it up and spray the new car smell, air freshener into it and all that shit. But they won't tell you the truth, and when you have the truth, they will fucking fight you tooth and nail to make sure you feel like you're an idiot and you're wrong, and you'll still buy the wreck. So I was like, dude, I'm like, you're full of shit, and I walked away. This one here, the Carfax came clean. The previous owner of this car here was some dude in the Ottawa area, and he bought it in 2005 brand new, and then traded it in 2009 for something else, and he traded it in at mycar.ca. And when he traded it in, he just grabbed another car from there, something newer. So then I ended up with this thing here. And I have to say, in the first year, my gas mileage was awesome. Like, I was getting in town 10 liters per 100 on in the winter, and during the summer, I was sitting at about 8.9, 8.7. It hovered around there in the summer. Now it's like, In the summer, 11.6. In the winter, 23.2. Just fucking chugging gas like it's free. So, I need new plugs. That's a given. Nobody in this town seems to want to do them. They don't mind charging me for it, but they don't seem to want to do them. I tried to figure it out on my own, but it looks like you need to get the front end really off the ground because you got to drop the engine. And right then, the moment they said you got to drop the engine to get to the rear plugs, I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll pass. I'll fucking pass. I'll pay a dick. Pay a dick or get rid of the car and buy something where the spark plugs aren't a whore to change, you know, where it's easily serviceable. But honestly, where are you going to find that is? And a lot of you were saying, well, Adam, instead of getting the minivan that you're going to use like once or twice to haul shit, why don't you get yourself a little economy box that's cheap on gas and not worry about hauling shit? And that does make sense too. What I'm thinking about mostly is, what if I have to move a minivan with a U-Haul trailer? I could pretty much put all my shit in there and haul that down to wherever I'm going. You know, whether it's London, Toronto, fucking Ottawa, wherever I'm going, I can just load her up and go. Like, I want to try and make North Bay work, but, yeah. But if I were to get an economy car, I'd probably look at that Ford Fiesta turbocharged little bastard. Man, oh man, is that thing fun. Like, 180 horsepower in a car that weighs 2,600 pounds? I couldn't even imagine. And one of the car dealerships I look at, it's up in Kirkland Lake. It's Pinewood Park Ford. They have a Ford F-150 there. That's it's a Ford F-150, 3.7 liter V6, naturally aspirated, 302 horsepower coming out of the thing. But, get this, it's a fucking manual transmission special order. Now, the color of it's disgusting. It's fecal brown. And the problem is the truck's not there. And yes, it does have four-wheel drive into it too. What caught my attention was the 5-speed manual transmission, or a 6-speed, sorry, manual transmission. Anyway, I always call it, I'm dick like that. I always call it 5-speed, even though it's not like nowadays, they're not really 5 speeds. Some of them are 6. But I've always called it a 5-speed transmission because it's always been that way. But to find that in a pickup truck, a Ford F-150 to boot, is fucking rare as toast, man. And apparently it's a special order that you have to do, and they don't like making them. It's not like something, that's what I was told anyway. Apparently when you buy them brand new, they don't even offer the manual transmission. This was a custom built order. And that kind of made me excited because manual transmission, oh hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But if I decide to keep this thing here and just do the plugs and wires and get it all up to par, then bonus there, I guess, too. So I'll just keep browsing around, and there's always going to be a deal somewhere. Someone's going to have a deal, and if I like it, I'll probably jump on it. But anyway, people, it's 3:55 p.m. I got to get inside, get this shift over with, and then midnight's here and the weekend's upon us, so bonus to that. But anyway, people, on that note, I'm going to shut her down. So thanks for watching my video. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, click the like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, stow them down below. And until next time, people, keep on vlogging.